I couldn't find any party horns at the store, so this is the best you're gonna get. So today is my birthday, or at least it probably is. I don't really know what day this video is going to be going up, but if it's on October 17th, then today is my birthday. I'm actually on tour with my band Concrete Castles right now, and if all is going according to plan, then I should be in Vegas for my birthday. So I figured I would take this moment right now ahead of time to celebrate with all you people on the internet. So grab yourself a piece of cake and let's celebrate. So this year I'm turning 23, and I'm not totally sure how I feel about it yet. I've accomplished a lot so far in my life. I'm in 2 pretty successful bands, I've had a lot of pretty fruitful projects so far, and I'm getting more and more established in the music industry. But there's definitely a slight feeling of urgency to kind of kick things up. So to celebrate my birthday today, I'm gonna come up with 24 things that I want to accomplish by the time my 24th birthday comes around. Starting with number 1, before I turn 24, I want to write a song either for myself or somebody else that just debuts highly on some sort of metric, like streaming or radio or gets big on TikTok, I don't know, but something to kind of establish my Spotify writing credits a little bit more. I think a little bit too much about how Charlie Puth was 24 when he wrote See You Again, and yes, I know it's a little lofty to compare myself to somebody who wrote literally one of the most successful songs in the entire world at the time, but I guess I'm just trying to shoot high. Number 2 is a little bit boring, so I'm sorry, I'm just gonna get it out of the way, but this time next year, I'd really like to have a better idea of what my future looks like. I'm 23 and I have a really great setup now. I love where I live, I love my routines, I just love my life, honestly, but I'm kind of hopelessly in love with the idea of kind of establishing myself somewhere else in the country. I don't know where that is, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing. By this time next year, I'd really like to have a more concrete idea of what I'm shooting for. Number 3 is to be able to completely sustain myself off of this project I've been working on now for over a year. I really hope it's out by the time that this video comes out, but if it's not, then oh well, cat's kind of out of the bag. I've been working on this online app for Monochrome Studios to be able to teach people how to play guitar virtually, and it has been a shit ton of work. But I'm really hoping that by this time next year, I can fully sustain myself off of that project. I'd really like for it to just be something that helps me get more time back to start other projects. So when it does come out, which is hopefully going to be very soon, everybody please go sign up to learn how to play guitar. Number 4 is I want to run a half marathon. Last fall, I was actually training for a half marathon, was running 13 miles just fine, and the one that I was going to do ended up coming a little bit too close to a tour that I was on, so I decided to not do it. That's a big one for me. I really love running. Number 5 is I want at least 3 British Racing Green originals to come out by this time next year. I really want British Racing Green to just be like a really hilarious boy band, like NSYNC, where we just write these really amazingly polished pop songs, but they're also kind of funny, like a parody band almost. Going along with that, number 6 is just to release some of my own music. I don't really care if anybody knows, but I've been writing some music with Nick Scott, First to 11's producer, just for fun, and it has been such a blast. It's almost done, so I think it's pretty doable to have it out by next year, but that's another one.
To finally break the code, the great escape, passively aggressive you.
Number 7 is I'd like to have at least 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know if that's a lot or a little to try and achieve in a year, but I'm just gonna set that as my goal. So make sure to like, subscribe, and fucking smash that notification bell. Number 8 is I want to do other kinds of content, like street interviews, vlogs, skits, whatever. Full in-depth reviews of things. So if you guys have any ideas of what you'd want to see in the future, let me know. Number 9 is to actually take things like TikTok and Instagram seriously. I suck at staying on top of those things, and I don't really know what a good goal for myself is, but my goal is to be like verified on Instagram by this time next year. Maybe that's my goal. Number 10 is I just want to join some kind of adult sports league, like soccer, hockey, tennis, I don't know. I just want to join some sort of league again. Number 11 is kind of dumb. I hope that I don't like lose some people here, but I kind of made a little like prototype invention for this RFID tag that I linked to driver information. So the basic idea is that if you touch your phone to this little RFID tag, it'll pull up all sorts of information like your license, registration, warranty, blah, blah, blah. And all of the information will just be cloud-based. So there's no need for any sort of like paper anything anymore. I've tried to push this very hard. I've emailed senators. I've like given a letter to my mayor. I've talked to PennDOT a million times, and like nobody cares. So I don't know. If any of you guys are like tech developers or work in the auto world or the insurance world, hit me up. Let's try and like make something like this happen, I guess. I don't know. Number 12 is to skate through the River Oak skating trail in Ottawa in Canada. This is just like a trail that you can ice skate through this really pretty forest, and me and my dad and Ryan have talked about doing that for a very long time, and I would like to finally do it. Number 13 is to get into calisthenics. I love fitness, and my friend Ben got me into calisthenics a while ago, and I kind of fell off it because it was a little hard to stay up to date when I was traveling so much, but I do want to actually take it seriously this year and become a calisthenics legend. Number 14 is to get back into classical piano. I took classical piano for a few years actually, and I have a few classical piano students. I'm pretty inspired to get back into it. I honestly love the music, and it stimulated me quite a bit. So, or like classical guitar. I loved classical guitar too. Number 15 is to take more voice lessons. I know you guys think it's like cool when I sing, but I'm not really where I want to be. And actually, the studio where I used to take classical piano lessons was also where I took voice lessons. So I'd like to get back into that. Number 16 is I'd love to play at least one show as either British Racing Green or like whatever name I'd choose to put my solo stuff under. I don't know. I think it'd just be really fun to be a singer for a day or two, and it'd probably humble me in a lot of ways. Number 17 is to get my blood drawn. And no, I'm not a psychopath or a masochist. I'm just terrified of it. I probably haven't had something in my veins in like 10 years. I just avoid it at all costs. I've even avoided like genetic testing. That is a very, very good idea for somebody in my position to do because I'm so scared of it. I need to get over that fear, so that's something I want to do within the next year. Number 18 is to grow to 6'5", but because that's probably not possible, I'm instead going to say I want to start a business with my friend Amory. He's been on this channel before. He's a really talented videographer. He happens to be my best friend. We've talked in the past about helping aspiring musical artists with some sort of like music production, videography, graphic design suite, and I think it'd be really fun to kind of go into some sort of business with him. Number 19 probably sounds a little weird, but I actually want to learn how to fly a plane. My dad actually was learning how to fly a plane, and then my mom was like, hey, you have 4 kids on the way, so it kind of matters if you die in a plane crash, so can you not do this right now? So he said sure, but now it doesn't really matter if my dad dies, so I think it'd be pretty fun if we got our pilot's licenses together. I'm joking, by the way, it does matter if my dad dies. Okay, my mom and my girlfriend are not allowed to hear what I want to accomplish for number 20, but I want to learn how to drive a motorcycle so f***ing badly. Like, I want one of those cafe racers more than anything. So, Moto Adonis, if you're listening, just know that I really want one of your bikes because they are so cool. Number 21 is I just want to improve as a gymnast. I'm not going to get too specific because I don't know what an appropriate goal is, but I do want to improve my skills in some way. Okay. So we're on number 22, and I'm not delusional. Like, I promise. I know that this is almost undoubtedly not going to happen, okay? I know that, so don't come at me in the comments, but I'm just praying that there's some way that I can own a 911 before my next birthday, which is like crazy, wildest dreams type shit, but I'm just putting it out there as like a high lofted goal. I don't know, maybe something crazy will happen. I don't know if any of you believe in prayer or manifestation or crystals or whatever, but you know, pray for me on that one. That's all I'll ask. Pray for me, and then also don't buy this one, because I want this one. Number 23 is to start getting involved with real estate. So towards the end of this last year, I actually did start to meet some people that, you know, pointed me in the right direction and helped me get my feet wet with things, but I think this next year is where I really start to get some first-hand experience. And number 24, yes, it's cliche, but you probably knew it was coming. I want to just make more amazing memories with people. And I don't mean this in a cliche way. I mean it because this year, I've honestly realized that there are some people in my life that are making me extremely unhappy, and I want that to change. And also, this is probably a weird metric, but if anybody has Snapchat, you know there's that memories feature that always shows you like on this day 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't think I've made a Snapchat memory in like 2 years now. Like, I don't have any from the last 2 years, and that kind of bums me out because I think I've forgotten how much fun I have making new memories with people. I know it sounds like so stupid, Sam, how could you forget that? But I just haven't made it a priority. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with third spaces, but the idea is pretty simple. It's just that your first space is your home, your second space is like your work or your school, and most people don't really have a third space, meaning a regular place that they go to outside of work or home just to socialize and be with friends. And I have kind of lost my third space, and I really think that I need to make that a priority to kind of get back. So it looks like I have a lot on my plate, so I better get started. I want to give a special shout out to all the First to 11 fans who have made my last few birthdays amazing. I cannot believe the outpouring of just heartfelt messages, physical gifts, and just true sentiment that some of you guys have given me on my birthday. Some of you guys I've never even met in person. I can't even like put into words just how special you've made me feel on my last few birthdays. I think some of you guys know me a little bit better than I even know myself, and it's almost overwhelming trying to find the words to thank you because it's such a generous thing that I don't even know how to pay you back. And honestly, the best part of my birthday for me is just kind of seeing people join together. I love seeing when fans kind of like buddy up on gift ideas or video messages. I love when all my friends get together in the same room to actually have a birthday party, and I love when my coworkers sit together in the lobby to eat cake. So this year on my birthday, I kind of just want it to be an excuse of a day. Just stop what you're doing and spend some time with people that you really enjoy being around. I find myself running lower and lower on those kinds of memories every year, and I really don't like that. So I'm gonna try and fix that by this time next year. Thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to comment your favorite or most memorable birthday that you have to date, and also make sure to actually comment your birthday because math says that if it at least 40 of you people comment, there's a 90% chance that you're gonna find your birthday twin. And then you guys can join up and have a dual birthday party at laser tag or gymnastics. And please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment so that I can make number 7 happen as soon as possible.